What is going on, guys? JFC here. We've got an interesting video today because we got a couple things that are pretty important to talk about today. We're seeing a big rise on Marvel heroes right now. What does that mean for the rest of the market? And will they continue to rise? Will they fall eventually? That's a pretty important topic because so many people have these cards right now because they're so in demand. Plus, we got this Ribery SBC today. It's a really nice card, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a really nice card, right? Like, that's what's first and foremost, right? This card's really nice. I just wish like an end of an era Ribery was just a teeny bit better. And the reason being, I understand it's early in the year. You don't want to make every card juice, right? But I think end of an era cards should be like some of the best in FIFA, if that makes sense. Like up there with like, make him double the price and then just make that card insane. I'd rather have that, honestly, because I just want like a juiced out end of an era card, because this might be the last Ribery card we get in FIFA for a long time. You know, think about end of an era Iron Robin in FIFA, was it 19 or 20? We've never got another Iron Robin card since that day. So I kind of wish they'd make this card just like a little bit better, but I understand that it's not bad by any means. Can't complain too much about this Ribery card. And of course, we got also another few leaks. So I guess let's just begin with those, because those are kind of the things we always begin with. It's always important to start with the leaks. David Silva flashback is on the way, which is very cool. I hope these are not his face stats, because 79 shooting is a little bit meh, but still, David Silva definitely deserves a flashback card, and hopefully like they make his passing and dribbling really stacked, because that's what the most important thing is with the David Silva card. Winner of Bundesliga Player of the Month, unfortunately it is not Nkunku, who got injured today. By the way, he's missing the World Cup, which is just sucks so bad. Mid-season World Cup has just been a disaster so far in terms of player injuries. Nicholas Füllkrug did win his second Player of the Month, and he is doing insanely well right now. So it's obviously deserved, but Nkunku would have been a lot nicer to get in terms of a usable FIFA card. And then there's one more thing right here. So this was a couple days ago, but just want to remind you guys, as said before, this week we'll have our last team of the week until the end of the World Cup. So one more team of the week, basically. And then we do not have any more for the rest of the World Cup promo. With all that being said, Fodder went up a little bit today. I just sold a little bit. I'm gonna start getting back on like my trading grind here over the course of today, because it's been like a week since I've really been trading. I've just kind of been busy, but I'm gonna spend the next like 2 days and just really try and trade and show you guys how I'm going to be making coins, like fluctuations and all of that type of stuff. I sold some extra fodder, and these World Cup heroes are up like crazy in price. And I think the reason they are is because usually we see a Monday market boom, right? But this time it was more like Tuesday. I think the reason for that is because, one, we saw the icon upgrade SBC. It came out on Monday, right? So people always just kind of panic sell for that. But then also, one of the big reasons is that people on Monday didn't really buy teams because people were doing the friendlies, right? There are so many friendly things to do. I've done 4 of them so far. You know, it's 24 matches basically of winning. Even though it's golden goal, it still takes a little while, and that's like got 24 more to go. So it's 48 friendly matches. And I think people were just trying to grind this out over the course of Monday, and then people needed their division rivals wins to get those rewards. So then we started to get people starting to buy teams again, start to qualify for weekend league, and start to play division rivals. So yeah, let's just go look at the entire team here. Pretty much every single one of these cards is up quite a bit in price, honestly. And remember, we talked about this, and I think it was yesterday's video, maybe it was the day before that these World Cup heroes are probably going to go up over the course of like Tuesday and Wednesday, and then probably drop back down a little bit on Thursday because of marquee matchup supply. And also, we're gonna get a new World Cup hero team coming on Friday. That's going to happen. So my guess is we'll probably see a little bit of a dip on these guys before that comes out. Then I think I'm just fine buying, because at that point, these cards are going out of packs on Friday. They're going to go out of packs, and these are going to be insanely in-demand cards, right? They link to everybody's team. These cards are the top tier meta, right? I mean, every single one here is just the top of the meta. Look at Rudy Fodder. He's up a ton in price. When I bought him, I think it was like 830K. I mean, right here it says 823, and he's up to 930K. One thing is I think people are realizing that this card's really good. I loved this card when I used him. And also people are just buying back teams right now, and they're super easy to link in your team. But I am expecting to see these guys go down a teeny bit probably after marquee matchups and going into Friday. At that point though, I'm fine buying, because like I was saying, I only really see it's going to be really difficult for these guys to go down in price after they're out of packs. There would have to be some crazy SBC promo type, new card type stuff to come out for these guys to go down in price after packs, honestly, because they're all good. all extremely linkable, and the demand is crazy for these cards. So I think this is probably going to be a great opportunity to buy cards before they go out of packs, is these cards. Now, the buy time is probably not right now, like I was saying. These cards are way up, and in all likelihood, they'll probably drop a little bit before they go out of packs. So at that point, I'm just fine buying. Even if they only drop, 20K, right? Like LOI Ron drops at 570 instead of 590. Basically, it's whatever price they are on Thursday, I'm going to be fine buying it, because I think at that point, the supply is going to be gone. They're going out of packs. The demand is going to be just crazy for these cards. And for the rest of the market, though, we're seeing a market boom on those heroes. So are we seeing a market boom for other cards? And we are on some in certain areas, but honestly, not that much, which kind of goes to show you that these World Cup hero cards are just so in demand. It's crazy. The gold cards are just not really doing much. And the reason being is just because of these cards right here. It's going to affect them the entire time they're out. And gold cards are basically just not going to be a very good buy to invest for the most part for a long time now. So just be aware of that. Yeah, the Path to Glory cards, same thing. I am going to probably look at trying to buy these guys on Thursday. And some of these guys are up like a teeny bit. Like Kulal is maybe like 10,000 coins up or something like that. And Lukaku is like down a little bit, honestly. So some cards here are like not up and some cards are. But Bernardo Silva continues to rise, I think, just because Man City links in this game are actually really huge. Like, he's up a ton from just, this is an insane rise, honestly. And he was up a ton from 2 days ago. This card, I think, what was it? Was it Monday? 530? 530. 100K rise on Bernardo Silva. Yeah, Man City links because you got like Kyle Walker, Cancelo, Holland. You got all those guys that are like crazy in demand and great cards, and Bernardo Silva just links them perfectly. And my guess is, barring any crazy SBC or anything like that, these cards should do all right out of packs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 11? No, 10. So there's 18 right here, and there's how many teams in the World Cup? I mean, there's like, what, 32? So we're still yet to see some of these nations here get one. And we might see a couple like double ups maybe if they want to release a second team that is like the same size. We'll probably see a couple double ups. Yeah, because these cards like might be their only card of that nation that are upgradable, that might also help the long-term outlook for these cards, because these are the only cards right now in the game that will be upgradable with their team's performance. SBC Fodder comes next, because of course it does. 85s went up a teeny bit today, like 400 coins, 500 coins or so. Same thing with the 84s. 86s are right around the 14K mark. 88 and 89s have trickled up a little bit higher, like we were probably saying they would, and then maybe drop down again. But the real money's in these 90s and 91s. Like, if you guys invested in some of these high-rated fodder cards, you made an unbelievable return on your investment. Like, we're talking, literally this card on Monday was 46,000, 47,000. I want to say on Sunday he was lower. Go to daily graph. I want to say he was like lower on Sunday. It was Saturday was 40,000, and I bought some for like 39,000, and I sold already, but he went up even higher because of the Ribery SBC. The Ribery SBC got leaked, and then it was like the same exact morning he got released. These fodder cards just went to the moon, and you made, before tax, 20,000 coins on every single card of these 91s you bought. Benzema, Lewandowski, and De Bruyne, which is an insane return on investment. Neuer, Courtois, and these guys were like 14,000 coins profit before tax. So crazy returns. I do not know what it is with EA and these informs, by the way. These informs are just not required in almost anything, and then you add on the fact we're getting a weekly team of the week upgrade, and because of that, people don't have a shortage of informs anymore, because people can put in 83 rated dupes into that team of the week upgrade, which in turn just gives out fodder team of the weeks for people. And right now, like 85 informs are 11K, which is just hilarious. I still think club stocking these guys is not a bad idea, because I find it hard to believe that EA wants this. Like, I don't think they're gonna want 85 informs to stay at 11K. 86 is at 14 to 15,000. Team of the weeks, we're not gonna get one for how many weeks are we not getting a team of the week? I think it's like a month, right? We go to the game. When does the season end, right? So we got like how many days? We've got 36 days right now. So that means we're not going to get new team of the week cards for a month. Obviously, that's not stopping them from like maybe re-releasing like best of team of the week, maybe something like that. But at the same time, if we get SBCs coming out that require informs, they should do okay in price. I know no informs have done okay in price. I know we've only had inform fodder rises like maybe once or twice all year long. We did see a time when 84 informs were 10 or 11K, and we saw an SBC come out and they did go to like 13, 14K. We did see that. So it is possible. And it is possible that we do get like, some sort of SBC that comes out That could be like an icon upgrade where it would make informs go up in price, or a hero upgrade which makes informs go up in price. And to me, it's just a worth it investment because Victor Osimhen and Kasper Schmeichel are 11,500 coins. You cannot lose coins on them, right? It's you discard for 10k. You basically cannot lose coins on these guys. And I still believe that even though inform fodder has not really been that good of an investment this year, it still has potential. I really do believe so if we're not going to get Team of the Weeks for a month, right? Also, guys, gold commons, we love to talk about gold commons. They ended up being a great investment again. I think they're like 600 coins at least right now, right? Yeah. 600 they're going to sell no matter what, and probably go to 650 today if I had to guess, because you can get these World Cup heroes in these player picks. People are cranking them out like crazy. If you can sell at 650, you bought them at 350, 300 coins a card for you low budget traders out there. If you club stocked as many as you could and you had some on the trade pile, I mean, all those coins add up really quickly. So every single time gold commons are 350 coins, they're pretty much always going to be a good buy because we get upgrade packs literally every single Monday, right? It's just a matter of time until they go up. It's just similar to buying SPC fodder, right? So guys, also World Cup icons are supposed to come out like the 25th, I think it is, of November, which is like 9 days away, and we're getting some crazy World Cup icons. These are supposed to be between the mid and the prime. Yeah, like Pele, Zidane, R9, Garincha, Cafu, Baggio, Mateus, Cruyff, Eusebio. So look here, you see World Cup overall. This is basically all of the World Cup, all of the icons with a World Cup hero card are going to be having overall here. So Blanc, Butragueño, Cannavaro, Puyol, Cech, Crespo, Dalglish. You can find all these on the game too. You also see their dynamic image. Like they'll pop up as like a card you can search for on the transfer market. Michael Laudrup, Gary Lineker, Luis Figo. Now these cards are also getting skill moves and weak foot upgrades, it sounds like, which is pretty awesome. I know that most people probably aren't even gonna be able to afford some of these icon cards, but what it is that like you will probably see panic on mid icons for sure coming soon if you're not seeing it already. It's just going to happen because some of these cards, it's not like they're gonna be cheap by any means, but just another card added on to the game of these icons will just cause them to fall in price, right? So be aware of that. This is coming in 8 or 9 days. Also, what we got was this patch, by the way, which I'm sure you guys have heard mostly about this patch where they nerfed the Trivela shots and stuff like that. But an underrated part of this is they actually also improved target selection logic for semi-assisted through passes, something that not a lot of people have like discussed or talk about, it seems like. So semi-assisted through passes, which most people are on semi, it's like the default thing. Semi-assisted through passes are now less likely to be underpowered and less likely to go to the defender's feet. So it's like just the regular triangle balls should be buffed. So that's something to definitely like look at going into like this next weekend league, usually when you can really tell the gameplay differences. So far in my outside foot shot trait players, I have not noticed them like at least in the box for sure being able to like no longer Trivela, like they definitely can. So I'm gonna have to like keep experimenting with this and kind of seeing if like the Trivelas are completely dead or if they're just not quite as good as maybe they were. And looking at these patch notes, like sometimes these are just so vague, which is really unfortunate. Like, after making a tackle, the ball could sometimes be knocked away further than intended. It's like, okay. I mean, how often did that happen? Did that happen like every single time, or was that like a really rare occurrence? So it's hard to tell what that means. In some cases, players could incorrectly slow down when attempting to dribble the ball. It's like, how often did that happen? Was it every single player? Was it like just the controlled or explosive players? I have no idea, and I wish we knew because it's a pretty important thing. What if all of a sudden explosive players start to feel really fast again? Right now, explosive players do not feel very fast. So it's just tough to say, right? But I do appreciate the improved referee logic when determining foul calls. Like there's a lot of referee logic that got fixed, which is really good because I don't think the refs are very good this year at all. And if you're a career mode guy, they finally fixed like that potential bug or that a sharpness bug that was like basically made career mode really hard to play for a long time. Also, controller and camera settings could incorrectly reset to default after staying in the menus for an extended period of time. Oh yeah, this is not fixed. It's happened to me twice today. If you guys are having this problem, it's not fixed. So I thanks EA for that. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here for all kinds of content on the channel. I love all of you, and I'll see you very, very soon. Peace.